And I think we're live, so good morning, happy Saturday. I hope you're ready for a relaxing or just fun weekend, or maybe you're gonna get some stuff done. But we're gonna go ahead and get started because it is 9 o'clock on the dot. So if you're not watching this live, I hope you revisit this practice later. But let's get started. So find a comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall, long, straight spine. You can bring your hands to your knees, the floor, and I want you to close your eyes. And we're going to start by focusing on the breath. So deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the nose. So as you're inhaling, I want you to think about expanding your lungs. You should feel your stomach expand. If you're breathing really shallow, you're going to feel it more in your chest. So make sure you're feeling that deep belly breath. And then when you exhale, I want you to feel everything crinkle and collapse together. So breathe in that new air, hopefully clean, and then breathe out all of the old stale air. So now that our minds are here in the present moment, let's move to a wide child's pose. So you're going to bring your knees out wide to the outsides of your mat. Big toes touch. Send your hips back. Reach the arms forward. You can let your forehead touch the mat. I want you to take some deep breaths here. And with every exhale, I want you to let your hips drop just a little bit closer to the mat. Go ahead and walk your hands in towards your body. We're going to take a reverse child's pose here. So bring your hands behind you. I want you to lift your hips, tilt your head back, and release. And then walk your hands back to child's pose. Take another deep inhale here. Deep exhale, and then walk your hands towards your body. We're going to take another reverse child's pose. So lift your hips, let the head drop back, and release. From here, let's move to a tabletop position. Bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And we're going to take some cat-cows here, warm up our spine. So inhale, drop the belly, look up, tailbone lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, round your spine, press out of those hands. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift that heart, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round that spine. Just do two more. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck that tailbone. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Good. From here, I want you to bring your right foot forward. So you're in a low lunge. I want you to set yourself up here. Let your hips drop towards the mat. I want you to bring your heart forward. You're looking up. Hands are on the mat. You're going to tuck your toes, lift your back knee, and we're going to take some cat-cow lunges here. So inhale, the knee bends, the back knee bends towards the mat. And then exhale, you're going to straighten your front leg. Back leg also straightens, and you're going to fold towards that front leg. Inhale, drop the back knee, look up. Exhale, fold down, straighten that front leg. Inhale, drop the back knee and look up. Exhale, fold down. So 2 more. Inhale, drop the knee, look up. Exhale, fold towards the front leg. Last one. Inhale, drop the back knee, look up. And then exhale, fold. Really feel the stretch in that front leg. Go ahead and come back to your low lunge. Look forward. Come back to tabletop. And then we're going to do the other side. So left foot comes between the hands. And again, set yourself up. Heart reaches forward. Hands are framing that front foot. And you're letting your hips drop towards the mat. We've got our knee in line with our ankle. And we're good to go. So tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Inhale, drop the back knee, look up. Exhale, straighten the front leg and fold down. Inhale, drop the back knee and look up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold down. Last one. Inhale, chest reaches forward. Exhale, it reaches down. And then come back to our tabletop. So from here, I want you to tuck your back toes, lift your knees, and send the hips back, downward facing dog. So reach out of all 10 fingers here. Press those heels down towards your mat. Take a deep inhale, deep exhale, and then look up towards your hands and walk the feet forward. So I want you to inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach, hands come to prayer. And then exhale, hands come to prayer at your heart center. And then come back to mountain. So from here, we're going to take dancer pose. Super fun way to start the weekend. So root down into that right foot. Grab the left with the left hand. Right arm reaches up towards your ear. Woo. Really engage your core. Focus your gaze on one object. And then start to tilt forward from the hips. It's okay if you wobble or if you fall. We all have better days at balancing than others. But make sure you're not hiking that left hip up towards the left wall. You want to keep your hips squared. So if you had like a ruler here or something attached to your hips with like pails of water, you wouldn't be spilling water on one side. It'd be equal here. Really kick into that left hand with the left foot. Reach that right arm forward. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release. You can shake it out. And then let's do the other side. So root down into the left foot. Right hand grabs right foot. Gonna reach forward with that left hand and up. Gazing on one thing, it really helps. And then tilt forward, kicking into that right foot with the right hand. Really root down into all 4 corners of your foot. This can be especially challenging if you've ever sprained or broken an ankle, that standing leg, you might find it wanting to tilt outwards, but just press into the inside of the foot. Again, watch your hip. Are you hiking it? Are you kicking into that back foot? All right, go ahead and release. Nice work. From here, let's take a star pose. So feet are out wide, toes are facing forward. You can fix your pants or your leggings if you need to. Arms are reaching out. Energy throughout the arms. None of this, like reach. Stand up nice and tall. Engage your core. Flip your hands and inhale, reach up. Exhale, the arms come back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the arms come back down. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the arms back down and then bring them to your hips. We're going to flat back all the way down to a wide-legged fold. So take some deep breaths here. Let your head fall towards the mat. Release any tension. If you're trying to hold your head up, you might not realize it, but just let it drop. On your next inhale, I want you to slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. So your head should be the last thing to come up. Take your time here. Shoulders fall away from the ears. All right, take a deep breath, and then we're going to move to the front of our mat once more. So we're going to do another fun yoga pose. We're going to do Warrior 3. So we're doing some standing balance practice this morning. So I want you to root down into the right foot. Left foot lifts off the mat. Arms are reaching up. And you're going to Superman the arms and tilt forward as you kick the left foot back. Press into that heel as you straighten the leg. Send your heart up and forward. Reach, reach, reach. And again, it really helps if you gaze at one spot. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Press into that heel. And then when you're ready, slowly bend the right knee. Left foot comes to the mat. And then let's re-square our hips forward. We're still reaching up. Bend that front knee. Again, knees in line with the ankle. We're in a high lunge. So I want you to pivot on this back foot. So now your toes are facing the left wall. Arms are reaching forward. Watch that back arm that it doesn't droop. Shoulders are down. They're not up here. Gaze over those front fingers. Watch this front knee that it's not doing any of this. Inhale, reach back for peaceful warrior. And then return to your warrior 2. Take one more deep inhale here. Deep exhale. I want you to windmill your arms down so you're in a low lunge now. You're going to bring the back foot forward and then keep the hips low. We're going to do a chair pose. Never said I wasn't going to work you this morning. So really press those hips back. Reach your arms forward. And then on your next inhale, rise and release. So let's repeat on the other side. So root down into your left foot. Stand up nice and tall. Right foot lifts off the ground as our arms reach towards the sky. Kick back in that right foot and tilt forward. Long and strong. You are like Superman about to take flight. Again, press down on that foot. You got this. Kick up in that leg. And then bring the ball of your right foot to the mat and rise up for a high lunge. It's okay if you wobble. We all have wobbly days. But reach up, tall and strong, and you're feeling a stretch in that hip. It feels great. And then pivot on the back foot. We are in Warrior Two. So again, press down, but keep the knee in line with the ankle. When you're ready, inhale, reach back for Peaceful Warrior. It's like you've got a mirror or something in your hand that you're trying to get a better look at. Maybe you're checking a 20. Is this real? And then come back. Warrior Two. And again, watch your front knee. It might want to wobble in or out. If it does, just check it and get it back into place. It's okay. Same thing with this arm. Mine has a tendency to drop, but once you recognize it, pick it back up. Really think about opening your chest, shoulders are down. Lift your chin and gaze forward. You're staring somebody down with confidence. And then when you're ready, windmill your arms down. You're in a low lunge. We're going to step back foot forward just like we did and do our chair pose one more time. Hips are back, arms reach forward. One more deep inhale, deep exhale, and then rise. Nice work. So come to the center of your mat. I want you to bring your hips wide. Toes are at about a 45-degree angle, and we're going to take a Yogi Squat. So bring your hands to prayer, and then sink down. You're kind of tucking your tailbone here. Elbows between the knees. Make sure your heels are on the ground. And you should feel a really good stretch in your hip flexors. Take a deep inhale here. Deep exhale. We're going to start to wind this practice down. Just got about 12 minutes left. I know you've got it in you. Go ahead and bring your booty to the ground. I want you to bring left heel in towards right cheek. Right foot crosses over. You're going to hug that right leg and turn towards it. And then you're going to place the hand behind you and look over that right shoulder. You should feel a really good stretch like right here. Take one more deep inhale here. and then release. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So right heel comes in towards left cheek. Left leg crosses over. Foot's on the ground, knee is facing up. We're gonna hug that knee and turn towards our left side. We're gonna look over that left shoulder. Again, you should feel it like right here. If you're a runner, this is a really good stretch for you. Or if you do a lot of walking. Make sure you're taking long, slow, deep breaths here. I don't know if you can hear it, but Bear is taking some long, slow, deep breaths. I hope you can't hear her snoring. Go ahead and release. We're going to take a butterfly pose. So bring your feet together. Let the hips splay out. I want you to sit up nice and tall, and then you're going to bring the chest down and forward. So don't start rounding your spine, trying to get that knee to your toes. Honestly, if you haven't showered this morning, you probably don't want to smell your toes anyway. At least I don't. So again, just think about bringing the chest down and forward. And go ahead and release. So from here, we're going to move to our backs. So this next posture, we're going to do bridge pose. And it is really good for those of us who spend a lot of time sitting, whether you're at a desk or watching Netflix. It's not necessarily a relaxing pose, but it stretches your hip flexors and it engages your glutes. So you're going to lift your hips, lift your upper back, and press into those heels. So you're lifting towards the ceiling. And again, space under. It's not just your hips, you're lifting your back as well. If you want, you can bring your hands underneath you, clasp them together, and really walk those shoulders under. Just take 3 to 5 breaths here. So press into those heels, you're pressing up. One more deep inhale. Deep exhale. Go ahead and release. Oof. From here, right leg crosses over left knee. Foot is flexed. Left foot comes off the mat. Foot is flexed. You're going to grab your hands, place them around that leg. Grab the left thigh. So your right knee is pressing away from you. Left knee is pressing in towards the body. And then if you want to add a twist, you're going to bring this right foot to the floor. Knee stays facing up towards the ceiling. You can bring your arms out to a T if you have room and turn to look over that right shoulder. I think Bear decided to lay down at the same time. Use my foot as a pillow. Go ahead and release, and then we're going to do the other side. So left foot crosses over right knee, foot is flexed. Right foot comes off the mat, foot is flexed. Hands grab behind that right thigh. And again, right knee is pressing in towards the body. Left knee is pressing away from the body. And I hope I have room to take a twist on this side. But before that, just take a couple deep breaths like this. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. And then go ahead. If you took the twist on the other side, take it on this side. So the foot comes to the mat, and knee is still facing mostly towards the ceiling, and then you can turn to look over the shoulder, bringing your arms out to a T. Know that we're in this practice. We've been here for a while, but try to keep your thoughts on your breath and on the present moment. You know, you're probably getting ready to think about what you want to do after this, but try to stay here. Really be here in this moment. We've only got a few minutes left. Go ahead and release. So we're going to take Happy Baby. So knees come in towards the chest. You can do peace fingers around the big toes or grab the outsides of the feet. Elbows are on the insides of the knees, and the wider you bring your feet, the more you'll feel it in those hips. If it feels good, and it might depend on the floor you're on, and how sensitive your back is, but you can rock here if that feels good, but only if it feels good. If it's hurting your spine, don't do it. Should be obvious, but just in case you were wondering. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. I'm on tile, but this yoga mat I got is surprisingly cushiony, but not too cushiony. It's a really good blend. I think it's just like a generic brand that I found on Amazon, so don't underestimate the power of a not crazy expensive yoga mat. I think it was like $23. Go ahead and release and bring your knees into your chest. So we're going to take a short Shavasana. On your next exhale, release the legs, release the arms, close your eyes. And again, I invite you to remain here in the present moment. As you're breathing, you can start by thinking in as you inhale and out as you exhale. You can go back to focusing on how your belly expands as you inhale and how it contracts as you exhale. You can focus on the temperature of the air as you breathe in and how warm it is as you breathe out. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and then your toes. You can bring your feet back to the mat and then roll onto one side. And gently and slowly make your way back to a seated position. All right, class, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I'm going to try to do Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives a little bit more regularly over the next few weeks. So please join me again. Feel free to come back to this video whenever you need just a good 30-minute stretch.